Hey, Dark Chocolate. What's going on, everybody? So, let's talk about a couple of things because there's a lot going on with this whole thing with Rita and Lala and the grandma. Let it out. Let it out, Dark Chocolate. Let it out. So, I'm going to just go over a few things. I'm going to recap a couple of things, hit some things that might have been missed, overlooked. It's definitely something seems a little odd with the grandma. Something seems a little bit off. Now, as you all know, Lala is alive and safe. I'm not going to say she was found because I don't feel like she was found. I don't feel like she might have been missing to Rita, but I don't feel like she was missing. I don't feel like she was missing to the grandma. I feel like the grandma knew where she was at or had an idea of where she was at, whether or not she talked to her or not, which is up for debate as well. Let's see. Let me play this.
I'm not fucking missing. Like, my grandma was just all this fucking fiasco for no apparent reason, and it just don't make no fucking sense. Like, I'm not even gonna blame this one on my mother because this one really is not even her fault. Like, my grandmother, like,
So even at first, Lala was like siding with Rita, like, her grandma blew up this thing for no reason. She pretty much put 20 on 10. If she put 20 on 10, made it way more than what it's supposed to be. What's up, Bird Bird? And I feel like people are saying like Lala was found. They found her. They found her. No, she didn't get found. She showed up at the house. The grandma and Rita weren't even there. So if she showed up at home, how did they find her? She didn't get found. She came home, and the locks were changed. She couldn't get in the house. She was out back of the house. The locks had been changed. She couldn't get in. The people were knocking around front. I'll say it was about that about the food card. Street also it was about that food card. Lala was all fucking and sucking. Grandma knew she wasn't going to be coming home. Yeah, I feel like there's something up with the grandma story. I I believe Lala is telling the truth that she was off with her friend. She couldn't get the ride. Now I feel like that part of the story might be questionable about her not being able to get the ride, but I mean, I can still believe that it is a pandemic going on. There might be less drivers out there and whatnot. She decided to just stay where she was at and not leave. Okay. Yeah, TG breaking news. I don't think Rita, like I said, if this is a scam or a scheme, I think it's a scheme on the grandmother's behalf because I feel like Rita had no idea that this girl was literally around the corner from her house, from her grandmother's house.
she did too much, and I'm getting sick of this, and that's why I was at where I'm at now because of shit like this. I left here Wednesday. I told her I was going over my friend's house, and I met my friend around the corner, and I've been at my friend's house chilling. I told her that I was going to my friend's house. I talked to her the whole night. I talked to her the whole next day, and I talked to her the day after that. I've been talking to her. I think the last time I talked to her was like Friday night or something, and I told her I was supposed to come back because I was gonna go to work Saturday, but I really didn't even feel like it. That's why I didn't go to work because I didn't feel like it, and I had time to take off. So, I told her that I was on my way back, but the sedan never came. Like I called like 2-3 sedans. The sedans never came, so.
Oh, you're good for the cabs. It's okay. So the grandmama probably told her not to go, and she went anyway. So grandma got mad. She went to Rita because she knew she had to after she called the police. Do y'all? Okay, so yeah, she did call the police. Now the thing is that why would the grandma go so far as to call the cops if she had an idea of where Lala was at? that's the only side eye I'm giving. But it still goes back to the grandma just don't seem right. Like something just seems totally off. She wants to rush along and change the locks immediately. And even to be fair, my grandmother back in the day, if one of her she gave like my grandma had like 9 kids, so all her kids pretty much had a key to her house. If somebody lost their key, guess what? The locks were being changed because grandma did not play about that. She was old school, and if you lost her keys, she would change in her locks. You would not get a new key to her house. So it seems to some people that she changed the locks too fast, but some of these older folks, that's just how they are. Like, but once again, it could be part of a bigger setup, a bigger scheme. We just don't know quite yet.
I'm like, fuck it, I'ma just stay at my friend's house another night. Like, I'ma just stay because these sedans acting crazy and they not coming. Like, fuck it. And like, I told her that. I told her, this is the crazy part. I told her that the sedan is not coming. Then next thing I know, she's talking about.
And that's the thing. If she's missing, why change the locks? Because look at her. She showed up at the house, but couldn't get in the house because the locks were changed. So you see how that goes. So that part of it is just a little bit iffy. I'm giving the side eye on that situation, but it is what it is.
I'ma have to call your mother. Call my mother for what? Call her for what? What did you calling my mother for? You know where I'm at. I told her I'm right around the corner from the house. Like, I'm really like 4 minutes away. Like, she could have really walked to where I was at if she what shit on news has to not come up to the house. Like, you got people.
I just want to give a brief disclaimer because don't y'all hoes get mad at me. Don't y'all get mad at me. I'm just reporting what I saw.
And listen, I'm not here to defend anybody. I'm here to present a different side, my opinion, and why I feel the way that I do. But I'm a free thinker. I think for myself. I like to be authentically who I am.
Now that's another good question. If she could just walk home, why did she need a sedan? What was the point in that if you could just walk home? Alright, so back to the video. But like that said, I'm just giving a different point of view, different perspective. I'm not trying to be malicious or call anybody a liar, but I'm just trying to point some things out and have a discussion.
Thinking that I've been killed or something. Like, what is wrong with you? I was just chilling, trying to get my head together because of stuff like this. Like, I just left to try to get my head together because
I don't know if it's like a Baltimore thing, but she be buffering, Rita be buffering. Like, what's going on in Baltimore?
And I'm
be
grown.
buffering.
I never say no shit like that. Even though I am grown, but I still look at it as I'm still growing. I don't never say, oh, I'm 21, I'm grown. I never told you no shit like that. When I left, I told you I'm going over my friend's house. And you was like, what friend is it? I said, you don't know all my friends. You don't know everybody. Like, when you go over your friend's house and you say, nah, I don't blow your phone. I don't do none of that. I wait for you to call me. I don't do none of that. What you do, you can go out and have your fun. I don't even go nowhere, yo. I'm always in the house. I don't never go nowhere. I'm always in the house. The only thing I do is to work and come back home. I don't do nothing. Nothing at all. So the one time that I go out and try to just spend some time with my friend, you didn't fucking call FBI and some more shit. For no apparent reason.
What's up, Des? This looks like it's pointing at Rita's mother. I feel the same way because Rita seems confused, and now she's like kind of having like her light bulb went off moment. Lala just pissed off and want to whoop everybody's ass right about now. Then y'all caught the part where she's like, you go out and stay out. I don't call and harass you. So is this like a learned behavior from the grandmother? Because remember, she's been with the grandma lately. She hasn't been with Rita in a while, right? She's been living with the grandmother for a while. What's up, Doreen? So is this a learned behavior from the grandmother? And then I know people were saying that the grandmother needed Rita to pull this off. But back to what I just said, if Lala has been living with the grandmother for so long, and her and Rita don't talk, why would she need to get Rita involved in this scheme? Doreen, okay, see, Doreen said, I changed my locks as soon as keys missing. And that's how my grandmother is. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just certain people. Rita was blindsided. And I think it is a bit of a controlling thing, TG. I think it is a bit of a controlling aspect on the grandmother's side. And I feel like there's more to this story. Like, I feel like Lala don't want her business out there, and she's only saying but so much, and she's aiming all her stuff at Rita. But I feel like if something has happened with the grandmother and her that's causing this to kind of take the turn that it's taken for the worse.
Like, you didn't even have to do all that. I told you the day when I was leaving, I said, I'm going over my friend's house, and we were sitting out here talking the whole time. I talked to you the whole time as I was walking to go meet my friend the whole time. And I talked to you the whole night. So why would you try to make it seem like you haven't talked? The same day you talked to me was the same night you kept texting my phone talking about you gonna call my mother and call the police, but you knew. But you knew. You knew I was at my friend's house though. You got these people looking at me crazy because you having these people think. Alright. And then you having these people think that I'm kidnapped and the fucking police and shit. Like, why would you do something like this? And you knew where I was at. Like, why? Why? Just because I talked to you the whole time, and I took, about 2 days? I haven't talked to you 2 days. They knocking on the door, but I can't get in. They're going to have to come around the back way, and I'm not going all the way around there.
Alright, so it seems the ransom was viewed before she got to Rita's house. Now, okay, let's talk about this ransom real quick. I don't think... Well, this ransom that y'all are talking about for $7,000, either that came from the grandmother as part of this scheme, allegedly, or one of these trolls on YouTube made that crap up to get at Rita. Either the grandmother concocted that and did that, or one of these trolls are on YouTube trolling the hell out of Rita. And I think it's a troll, I think it's a troll move, say. Because that was just too convenient. And $7,000, like, that's just such a random ass number. Like, really? $7,000?
I didn't go to work because I had time off. I didn't feel like going Friday and Saturday. Amazon is different. So I took time off because I wasn't feeling well, and I didn't feel like coming in Friday and Saturday. Like, what's wrong with that? Because I took time off. And the part about it is that she know this. I'm the one who got her a job out there. She know all this stuff. Like, you did not have to do all this. Like, first of all, I don't talk to my mother at all. At all. I don't even talk to her. The day was my first time talking to her, and I don't know how long. And I just don't understand this. Like, I just don't understand why would she bring my mother into all this stuff and have her ride around the city thinking that I'm kidnapped, and the whole time she knew I was over my friend's house. Like, you did all this for no reason. Like, you did not have to do all this.
Do y'all think Kat knew that Lala was really at her friend's house around the corner? Because let's remember, she said she couldn't get a ride, a sedan to come get her. But it's only like, what, a 4-minute walk around the corner, she said? I mean, it's a lot to speculate about. It's a lot to make assumptions about. So you didn't need a ride. You could just walk. Why didn't you just walk home? Or is it that there's something going on at home that she don't want to be dealing with? Could it be that? Could something have happened at home that she don't want to go back home to?
It's like you making people think I done got killed or something. Like, she always do this, and I'm getting sick of it. Like, I'm really getting sick of it, and I'm getting tired. Like, seriously. Like, it's to the point, and I'm starting to say where I don't even want to be here no more. Like, I just want to move out and be on my own, because I'm getting sick of it. How you doing? Yes, I'm fine. And that's the crazy part about it. My grandmother didn't call y'all and called police and FBI, making it seem like I was missing. And she knew where I've been at the whole time. I only haven't talked to her for like 2 days, I say. And when I left out of here, I told her.
Well, Des, I believe Rita said that the grandmother had texted her the night before, but she didn't respond to the text or something like that. So then she showed up the next morning with the cops. Which, this is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. This is a real hot mess. So she getting tired of the grandma. It could be she's tired of the grandma. Because it could be that, oh, let me go live with grandma, get away from mama. But now, she's getting older, a little bit more mature. Grandmother is older, of a certain age, She has her own beliefs, probably her own ways of doing things. And, maybe they just aren't, compatible to live together anymore. Maybe it's time for Lala to move on. Or either, find her a house of her own, or, find a little roommate, something like that. Go to a 4 years college. I don't know. But maybe it's time for a change for Lala. Yeah, why wouldn't you call and keep calling? First of all, Des, thank you. I would keep calling and I wouldn't wait till the next morning to come show up with the cops. I would be there that same night. No, Rita said the grandmother had texted her. She said the grandmother had texted her that night. Her mom texted her that the night before. And then she didn't respond to the text, and the next morning her mother was at her house. So the grandmother had text Rita, but Rita didn't pay any attention to the text. How both of them flipped on Rita? Child. I don't know how they both flipped on Rita. I don't even know if it's child. I feel like the grandmother is trying to... Console isn't the word. What's the word I want to use? What word do I want to use? She's not trying to console Lala. She's coach, not really coach her. The words on the tip of my tongue. I feel like she's just trying to instead of making Lala more upset with her, she's trying to backpedal and pussy pop. And she's trying to pull an Olivia Pope. She's trying to fix the situation and do damage control now. And make herself look like not the bad guy. Rita did what mother should and would to find her child. I understand that, Doreen, but the thing is that, like I said in the beginning of the video, Lala was missing to Rita. But do we know if Lala was actually missing? Do we know that the grandmother doesn't know where she really was at? That's the thing. If she was missing to Rita, then what Rita did was correct. But if the grandmother is lying and she wasn't really missing, then I understand Lala being upset because this is some fuck crap. If that's the case. Now, I also want to pose this question. if Rita and Lala, aren't cool, haven't spoken, don't communicate, and the grandmother pulled this whole scheme and she drags Rita into it, that would also set Lala off and trigger her and make her go off more. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot of questions to be asked.
I'm going over my friend's house. She knew where I was at. It's right around the corner, about 5 minutes away from here. She knew where I was at.
Where you get all of these moths from? Come here. You gotta get home. Oh, God. Listen. Where you been at?
Listen, calm down and let me explain this to you. I live here.
Wait.
Please, let me just explain.
Wait, Raya.
I left here Wednesday, right?
Okay. 5:30. I told you
I
that.
told her that I'm going over my friend's house.
Why didn't you?
left.
I agree, TG. She in the middle of a bigger battle. This ain't really about Lala in the grand scheme of things. It's about the mom and the daughter, meaning Rita and Kat.
I'm about to explain this to you. I never told her I'm 21. I go out on it. I don't even talk like that. I did not tell her. I told her I'm going over my friend's house. I'm about to meet her around City, whatever. Silvermore. He lived like 5 minutes away. I told her, you don't know this. You don't know all my friends, but I'm going over my friend's house. I told her I was going over there. I talked to her.
Where your clothes at that you had on?
Okay, I have a question. Does the friend live 5 minutes from the house or 5 minutes from Silver Moon? She said she walked to Silver Moon, and the friend lives 5 minutes from there. So is it 5 minutes from there or 5 minutes from Silver Moon?
Wait, I told her you don't know all my friends, but I'm going over my friend's house. I told her I was going over there. I talked to her.
Where your clothes at that you had on?
They in my bag. I talked to her. Because she's the one who comes. Did you take your phone, get food sent to your card? I was talking to her the whole time.
The last time she talked to you was Thursday at 4:30. So where have you been at? Why your phone was
I've
off?
been over my friend's house.
Why you cut the phone
I turned my
off?
phone off to charge this. I'm gonna turn it back on. When I did turn
what happened to you?
Nothing. When I did
Where all
turn
these bruises come from?
Mom, when I turned my phone back on, that's when I see she had gotten called. I ain't got no bra. When I
Where's
turned
all
my
of
phone,
these bruises all around your neck come
they're
from,
not
child?
bruises. You should know what they is. They're not bruises.
How you doing, a view? Now, what I'm about to say, don't y'all take it the wrong way. I understand Rita is a mother, this is her child, but I have to ask another question. How much do you care about your child if y'all really haven't even talked in a month or more? See how she said about the food stamps, make me think the argument about the food stamps. But if the grandma called her about food stamps, and obviously if they spoke on Thursday, then she couldn't have been missing too much, because between Thursday and Friday and Saturday, that's 2 days. So you knew she was alive at least on Thursday, allegedly.
But she didn't have to do that.
Raya, why didn't you not call her? Why didn't you not go to work?
I took time off. She know this, Amazon, you can take time off. I had enough to take off. I didn't feel like this early, so I didn't go. I took time off. She know this.
She don't know nothing. She never called. You never talked to her since Friday, baby.
And like I don't go no.
I'm not saying she doesn't care. I'm just saying how much does she care if they haven't, talked. And maybe I'm saying what I'm trying to say the wrong way. Because I know that I understand that that's her daughter and she's a mother and she still cares. But if y'all haven't talked in so long and you don't know where she works at, what shifts she works, who her friends are, where she hangs out at. I mean, it's just like, do y'all not even talk like once a month, once every 2 months? Like nothing? Nothing? That's just what is concerning to me.
Who? Where was you at?
I was at my friend's house.
Where? Around here on Stratton?
No, we live on
Sergeant. Yeah. So that's where you coming from now? So why didn't you never call her back?
First, when I turned my phone back on, that's when I seen she. At the end of the day, I talked to her and she.
I don't know if she was watching this go down, but I have a question. How did she know to come on YouTube and talk about this unless when she called her grandmother, the grandmother told her Rita was on live looking for her and whatnot? That could be the only way, unless, someone reached out to her behind the scenes and your mama looking for you and she's been watching the whole thing go down and not saying nothing. But if she, was still going out and leaving the house, the boy's house, whatnot, and she's on the news for being missing, I'm sure people have been looking at her sideways, giving her sideways looks, and all of that. So there's no way none of her friends, they didn't see her on the news, none of her friends, parents, a teacher, old teacher, or anything didn't see her. There's no way no one that she knew just don't watch the news and got word back to her that, hey girl, you on the news. They say you reported missing, girl. There's just no way that just nobody ain't seen her on the news. Oh yeah, this ain't her first time tipping and dipping. Like Andrew called. Well, she out there. Yeah, she out there. I'm gonna say allegedly, she out there tipping and dipping. I mean, she get a little piece of peen, get her little boots knocked off. It is what it is.
I would go nowhere. I just needed time to, you're not down here. You don't know what be going on down here. I needed time to myself. I'm not doing nothing to you. I'm trying to mind my business. You know how I am, how I like to have time for myself. I keep telling you, you gotta stop being on me all the time. I need time to myself. You know what I go through. You know what I go through. And then you try to make it seem like you have absolutely no clue.
Ma, let me in. I'm gonna have to get this shit together. I'm done.
But that's one of the things that Lala was saying, everything is not for YouTube, and Rita never turns that camera off. That camera never goes off. She always puts her business and the worst of it on YouTube. And really have to take accountability for that, because she does put her business out here on YouTube for the whole YouTube to see. Yeah, I know these videos go from YouTube to other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. These videos travel. And because it's not on YouTube, or you take it off of YouTube, guess what? It's somewhere else forever. And the girl don't want to be on the YouTube with the rah-rah. In my eye, baby boy. She don't want to do the rah-rah on YouTube with Rita. She don't want to do that. And I respect that.
I'm
just tired.
Well, Brian, you never with phone.
The phone.
I didn't find out.
I don't know. The police just told me about that. I don't know what's going on.
I agree, Dr. Akalase. But even with her not turning the camera off in this instance, I have to also remember that there's a lot going on. She probably is caught up and can't even really probably get her thoughts about herself right about now. If this was a scheme on the grandmother's part and she don't know anything about it, she is probably so scatterbrained right now that she don't know what's up from down.
If y'all wanna go talk to my friend, y'all can go talk to him. I've been at his house this whole time.
I'm going to go around there.
I don't know who's.
So, in the sedan because the sedan came and picked you up.
No sedan never came to the house. And
She looked confused, baby. I was confused. It was too early, and I was like, this is going on early here this morning. Cause it was like, what happened? Stanky Babe had just went live, so I was over there being nosy, and then here come Rita with the live, and it's titled "We Found Her" or something like that. So I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? So I was all confused myself. Shit.
off of my phone the last
Yeah.
he never. That's one on his phone, and that one didn't come. So I was like, forget it because it's not coming.
How was your phone off like me?
Right.
The phone was not off.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And where's all of these bruises that you got now from?
Did anyone ever see the detectives or the cops? Did we ever see the cops or the detectives? I don't recall ever seeing any cops or detectives.
Oh, this is crazy.
Okay, I hear that. So that was definitely a officer radio in the background, because there was a narrative that maybe they had plotted together, all three of them, and they had someone playing the cop. But I heard the radio in the background just now, so that debunks that theory.
What Ransom letter? What Ransom letter did you get?
She got a ransom letter on the phone right here. Pull
Oh,
that up.
somebody was playing with y'all.
Yeah,
People off of YouTube.
I didn't give no, but we trying to find you. Ryan, you seem to know a lot. Look, man. I don't know what the fuck going on, y'all.
Shit, me either. I'm trying to figure it out right with you, Rita. So, people are saying this could have been avoided if she had just, called her grandmother or, checked in. And that's the easy answer. Could have left Rita in her front yard smoking her blunt, dragging fishy fight. Right, because Rita was over there minding her business, letting Fish Five and Brooke and Queen Bussy have it. A lot of people are saying, she could have just answered the phone, like how you just leave home for 2 days and not talk to anybody, because she can do what she wants. When you come to think about it, she is, like she said, she is 21, she is grown. She don't owe any of us an explanation. She don't live with Rita. And if the grandmother leaving out and going for days at a time and not checking in, why would Lala be expected to do the same thing? So that's the easy thing to say, like, oh, you should just call your grandma and checked in, but y'all don't live there. Y'all know how to get down. How you run your household isn't everyone else's household, so you can't say what she should or shouldn't be doing. What else do I want to talk about right now as in regards to this? Oh, okay, so the boy is mine, the boy is mine, the boy is mine. So Lala did another video, and she said that the people are wanting Rita to take that video down because Rita has their license plate number in the video, and their home in the video, and they have the boy on camera, and all that. Now, I didn't understand why Rita turned her camera around and had that boy on camera, because that was not needed. It was not necessary. That was not necessary. And if she had their plates of their car on camera, that was not needed either. But it could have been an easy accident, but it was not needed either. Now, I don't know if Lala is reaching when she's saying they're going to sue Rita if the video don't come down, but we will see about that. But she said the boy could be, homeless, or he might be not have anywhere to live at, and she might have to help him. So now the next thing is, will Lala be stuck giving this boy somewhere to live at because Rita went to their house with the camera on and caused some mess? And Rita wasn't being crazy or anything like that. She wasn't really being out of line. But if they feel like their privacy is being threatened, and he's the cause of it, then yeah, they might put his ass out, family or no family. But I don't want, Lala to get caught up taking care of no man, regardless of what happened, because, child, I'm gonna just digress from that. Hopefully things work out for the young man. He's okay. So we're going to see what happens with this video, if she takes him down and whatnot. Well, if you got somebody at the DMV, they can use your place number to find out where you live at. So, it's things like that people don't take into account. Like, you can get info from a license plate number. And it might be public knowledge, but you won't know it unless someone, gives it to you. Like, I wouldn't go looking for their license plate number. But if I'm a fan of Rita and I'm rocking with her and I'm concerned for her and I'm being a fanatic, I might, go to some extreme lengths to, do something for her. So, child, they're saying that the boy, I guess, lives with like his family, and the girl, I thought the girl was his sister, but whatever. The girl and there's another man, I guess, that lived there, and they have a business there as well. They're concerned about that. So I don't know, but if Rita intentionally, got the boy on camera and the plates on camera and the house on camera intentionally, then I think she should take it down, because those people didn't ask for this exposure. They didn't want to be on YouTube, and that's only fair. That's only right. I'm sure that boy did not know anything about Rita or her mama or YouTube or any of this beef sector before today. So it's only fair, it's only right that the video gets taken down. I didn't see no place either. The video kept buffering. Like, I didn't even see his face clearly, but that's what the word on the curb is, that the plates were exposed and whatnot. But it is what it is at this point. I have some more things that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to save that for later on tonight. In the meantime, if they're in blue, they're for you. If they're in gray, they're okay. Don't forget to get your Goldie gummies. Yeah, it's definitely not worth the headache, Dark Chocolate. It's not worth the headache at all. At all. Not on today, tomorrow, Wednesday, or Saturday. It's not worth the headache. So we're going to have our eyes on this for the next few days, I'm sure. People are going to be... It's going to be nothing but narratives, and assumptions. We're going to hear everything under the moon except the truth, probably. Hey, Nicole, we will hear every story, every scenario. Shout out to Tracy, or is it Rico? Scenarrative. Child, we're going to have every scenarrative except the actual truth. So... we all just stay tuned. Watch this play out over the next few days. Y'all get y'all clicks and y'all views, y'all holiday money, child. Get y'all some good fat turkeys with all the hormones up them. The truth already flipped on Rita. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of flipping, and Rita, girl, put your boots on, girl. Get your boots on, because there's gonna be a lot of backlash. They're gonna be talking shit about you, your mama, your daughter. So get prepared, girl. Get prepared. Get ready for battle. Okay, we already see Firebomb is already on your ass. So just be ready, because it's gonna be a lot of mess. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Don't be a nasty ass whore like the bitch in Chicago. Alright? Deuces.